Yeah, because once you get Bitcoin and it clicks in your mind, your immediate reaction is, oh, I got to hurry and buy as much as I can because someone else is going to go take all my Bitcoin away from me. So like in 2020, when I started buying Bitcoin, I was thinking, oh no, I got to do this in a hurry because someone's going to figure it out and the price is going to 10x. And I better get it before it 10x's. So, I mean, that's a natural reaction when it finally clicks in your head. Because you're thinking, why wouldn't every billionaire in the world go and buy $1 billion of Bitcoin, smash buy it overnight, and just to make $1 billion? Because why wouldn't they just want to make the $1 billion, or $5 billion or 10 billion or any amount of money? I mean, Bitcoin, it feels like in the early days the infinite money glitch, right?
Welcome back to the channel. This is Aaron from Bitcoin Bros, and in today's video we're going to be getting into some MicroStrategy and Bitcoin updates. I have a clip at the end that it is a really good explanation of the MicroStrategy convertible bond offerings. Make sure to stay tuned to the end. A lot of good information in today's video. Like and subscribe for more Bitcoin, MicroStrategy, and crypto content coming out every single day. And to check out MicroStrategy here, this video is being recorded about 30 minutes after the open. MicroStrategy is sitting at around $408. Good to see MicroStrategy going back above $400. And today is the QQQ rank day. So this is a big day for MicroStrategy. And we're going to be having another video later in the day diving deeper into that QQQ ranking. So stay tuned for that video. We have MicroStrategy trading at 408 here. Bitcoin is currently at $97,886, up around 2.3% today. And this is MooMoo, guys. We have an affiliate link. The 20 free stock affiliate sign up actually ends, I believe, either today or tomorrow. So make sure to check that out. MooMoo is a great platform. You can trade MicroStrategy options, any other stock options, stocks, any Bitcoin, crypto, anything you want. And they give you a lot of free stocks when you sign up using our affiliate link. So that link is in the description below and also in the pinned comment section. And also check out our Patreon. We have our community that we're building here. We're giving you guys premium alpha, trade alerts, call options, a lot of useful information during a bull market. So check out our Patreon if you want to. We really appreciate it because it helps out the channel a lot. Let's go ahead and get into some MicroStrategy news. So this is from Rob Hodls over on Twitter, and he's talking about how you might not be bullish enough on MicroStrategy here, and he's saying we could potentially get a 10x. So he's saying some things that it's very important to understand is the Bitcoin price, the Bitcoin yield, how much Bitcoin per share is accreted over time, the premium over net asset value, and the software business. But over time, people really are not really paying attention to the software business, and it's quickly becoming a rounding error. And then right here, you can see currently each fully diluted share represents 0.0014 Bitcoin, 145,000 sats. At 96.7K Bitcoin, each share has $140.31 of BTC at the current price. At $388 a share, that's putting the NAV at a 2.7x. So with that, MicroStrategy has grown the Bitcoin per share by 59.3% and 35% in Q4 alone. If Saylor maintains its pace and does call it only 25% BTC per yield quarter in 2025, which is not very unreasonable, the Bitcoin per share could grow to 0.00354,243, 354,000 sats. So let's assume that we're in the midst of the bull run and Bitcoin goes to $250,000 from here. So you take the Bitcoin per share, multiply it by the amount of Bitcoin, you're getting $885.6 per share. But this is not including MNAV. So he says, if Saylor is continuing to deliver 25% Bitcoin yield quarterly without fail, Wall Street and retail investors will catch on. We have been seeing MSTR trading at around a 2.5 to 3x MNAV recently. It's not unreasonable to see some multiple expansions in this scenario. So he's saying, what if we get a 5x MNAV? In a FOMO scenario, in a bull market, that is definitely something that is possible. The stock will reach a whopping price of $4,428 per share. That's about a 10x from here. with Bitcoin only doing around a 2.5x. That would be huge for MicroStrategy. And then he goes on to say that he believes that these projections are what he considers conservative. So he thinks a $4,428 MicroStrategy is conservative. What do you guys think about that? Leave your thoughts in the comment section below. And then from Adrian Morris here, he's talking about how Bitcoin could go higher than even $250,000 this time next year. We could see it at $400,000 because we have the Bitcoin miners, the strategic reserve conversations, ETFs breaking records. It's possible that we could have a 2013-esque run, and this bull run be very different than what we saw back in 2021. So we could see Bitcoin do a 4x from here. And my thoughts on this are, if we get that Bitcoin strategic reserve from the United States, all of the models are broken. I believe Bitcoin will go to at least $500,000 as soon as that is announced, because that's going to be a lot of buying pressure from the United States. But other countries are going to follow suit if the United States does this. We're going to see the entire European Union do this. We're going to see Asian countries do this. We're going to see African countries do this. Every country, South America, everybody's going to follow the United States lead. And everybody that's been in Bitcoin is going to just be sitting back watching the price go up. So something to think about. That's just my opinion. I'm not sure if that happens with the Bitcoin reserve, but if it does happen, we can definitely see some explosive Bitcoin prices over the next couple of years. And Adrian does give a little bit of a price prediction here. Luke S's 5K MSTR, which would be around a 10x from here. And he says after another stock split. And in another post, he says either 2-to-1 or 5-to-1 stock split. So 2-to-1 stock split would put MicroStrategy at around a $10,000 price at today's valuation. And a 5-to-1 would put MicroStrategy at a $25,000 MicroStrategy before any stock split. And that would be about a 50x from here if that happens. So let me know what you guys think about that as well in the comment section below. This is a chart here I saw that is really interesting. You can see the Bitcoin accumulation momentum from MicroStrategy here, how they have been accumulating Bitcoin over the years. But over the past quarter, they have really accelerated the amount of Bitcoin that they're holding. They added, just in the month of November alone, over 30% of their stack right now. That is a massive amount of Bitcoin that they picked up just in November alone. Imagine how much they're going to accumulate in December. And then next year, if Bitcoin goes to $300,000, imagine how much Bitcoin they're going to be able to pick up. And that's going to make that Bitcoin per share number continue to go up as they continue to offer more convertible debt and as they continue to sell the ATM to buy more BTC. And then to get into some Bitcoin news here, Hong Kong listed company Boya sells Ethereum to buy $49 million in Bitcoin. And I think this is a trend that we may start to see here more and more. Countries are talking about putting Bitcoin as a strategic reserve. We have states, the United States, trying to do the same thing. We have corporations putting Bitcoin as their strategic reserves as well. We're not seeing that from Ethereum. And, the Bitcoin bros, with all transparency, we do hold some altcoins. And if you guys are interested in some other crypto videos, we hold those during bull markets to hopefully trade those to get more Bitcoin. But obviously that is very risky. And, you may get into an altcoin that doesn't do well and underperforms Bitcoin. So you could actually lose some BTC, but you might get lucky and get one that does, a 10x, and you can trade that back into Bitcoin. And I'm talking about less than 5% of your portfolio putting into altcoins. Not financial advice, but that's where, I'm kind of around 5%. Just for example, if you look at what XRP has been doing lately, let's say you got into XRP back in, October, and you did a 3x, you could put those gains back into Bitcoin. And I'm seeing a lot of people over on Twitter celebrating XRP because it's finally blasted up. But remember that cryptos like this move very fast to the upside and then right back down to the downside. So if you've been in XRP and you're thinking about holding this thing forever, personally, I wouldn't do that. You should have Bitcoin as that long-term store of value, and you can speculate on all these altcoins and maybe you get lucky and hit the lottery and get a 50x. But Bitcoin is really the thing that's going to preserve your value long-term. And then to look at the largest American companies by market cap, MicroStrategy is currently rated at 103. We're up 9 spots today. Bitcoin's up here, so MicroStrategy's up as well, up 6%. Good to see there. $95 billion in market capitalization. If Bitcoin continues bullish through the end of the year and into next year, we'll definitely see MicroStrategy get up in this top 100. And then some more Bitcoin news here. Vladimir Putin just signed a law in Russia recognizing Bitcoin and crypto as a property. That's very, very bullish. And I think we're going to see some things like that happen in the United States with the SEC and the CFTC. Finally, we're going to be embracing crypto and Bitcoin with what Trump's doing. He's appointing all Bitcoin and crypto people, and the cabinet is going to be very pro-crypto. So we're going to see a lot of bullish momentum from the political side as well for Bitcoin and crypto going into next year. So that's definitely good to see. This is also bullish that Russia is recognizing Bitcoin as property. But I want to get into this clip here. This is from the Durabit YouTube channel. Shout out to them. They have a podcast where I believe they talk about Bitcoin. And in this clip, they're going to be explaining the MicroStrategy convertible debt and why it's so powerful. And I like this clip here, so I wanted to share it with you guys. Let me know your thoughts on all this in the comment section below. But it does really show that power of the MicroStrategy convertible debt. But let's go ahead and play the clip here.
So then what is a convertible bond, right? A convertible bond, it has a bond structure. So it has the credit risk of MicroStrategy. So obviously if they go bust and they basically can't pay back their creditors, you've got a problem if you've lent them money. But the other side of that trade is that it's got a call option on the stock because there's a price at which you convert your bond into shares if the stock just goes to the moon, right? And it's that call option that people are buying these converts for. Right. And it's not, and they're not buying these call options because they're bullish Bitcoin and they just think it's going to the moon like he does. They're actually arbing those call options. So they are buying his bonds, which contain a long dated call option on MicroStrategy's stock price. Right. And then against those bonds, they're selling shares, right, in MicroStrategy.
Yep.
Okay. And then they actually don't have any MicroStrategy exposure. I mean, they've got the credit risk potentially still on the long side of that bond. But in terms of the actual spot price, they've got no real exposure. But if the spot price moves around, just like when you delta hedge an option, they will have this gamma exposure that allows them to monetize the volatility of the stock, right?
And those converts are being issued at a lower vol.
They're being issued now, yeah, exactly, because they're so long dated. There is no long dated vol market, really, a liquid one for, you know, MicroStrategy options, right?
Yeah.
It probably trades massive size out to the next 6 months and then there's nothing there, right?
Yeah.
So they're getting hold of MicroStrategy vol at a 60 vol, right? And they're able to trade the gamma of that vol and it's realizing 200, okay? So the convert guys are just loving this because they're just printing money every time they hedge their gamma on a 60 vol when the stock's so volatile. So it's like, the more he levers himself up, the more volatile MicroStrategy becomes as a function of Bitcoin's volatility. And the more attractive the convert arb trade is that he's offering them this vol at 60 when it's realizing 200. So there's always going to be appetite for people to buy his convert, and i.e. to give him more capital to then go and buy more Bitcoin.
Yeah, he gets his capital.
So it's a really weird arb. Now, clearly the picture will change somewhat if Bitcoin decides to drop in half, right? Go from 100K to 50K. Maybe the picture will change, but the sheer volatility that will create in MicroStrategy shares, maybe that means he will be able to raise more converts, right? Because again, he's giving them that option at a really cheap price when his stock is going haywire, right? So I just find it a fascinating trade.
Essentially, those convert like arb traders are long gamma. So when the stock does start falling, they're there on the bid, right?
Exactly. That's the perverse thing. Like, people think, oh, yeah, it's all going to blow up, it's all going to blow up. But if you've got a call, like all those converts that he did a year ago, 2 years ago, however long, and he's been doing them like so regularly, right? But a lot of them have blasted so deeply in the money that the convert guys are just short 100% delta against those options.
Yeah.
So people look at the short interest in the name and go, oh, look at all that short interest. It's going to squeeze the name. Utter nonsense. Those shorts are against in-the-money converts.
Yeah.
They don't need to go anywhere unless that convert gets called, basically, right? And then they'll close it out. But otherwise, those shorts, if the stock dumps, those shorts are going to get covered as those convert guys are hedging the delta and they're hedging the gamma essentially, and just trading the volatility. So it provides support to the stock that those shorts are there because you know they're there against an option. It's just a question of where the strike is of that option and how much gamma that option has on it.
Yeah.